So due to some technical glitches, we had to go back and start the live again. We were facing some technical glitches here. That's fine. We can join. We can join one more time. So you guys, welcome back. So actually, we were talking about the like in the morning only. We discussed what are all the stocks you should keep in your watch list for now. So since we have got a time, we'll discuss the stocks which are doing good according to that why data which we got from the morning. As I mentioned, crude is trading near 72.33 per barrel, dollar per barrel, and I see July delivery. This is the comfortable zone, so not too hot, not too cold. Why this matter means India imports almost like 85% of its crude needs. So every dollar crude goes up, our import bills goes up. Rupee also come like under pressure, and that indirectly or directly it's inflammations too, right? So right now it's stable, so no immediate like tension here, but always keep one eye here, especially with all this Middle East and global supply chatter that keeps popping up like now and then. So we'll talk about the rupee and dollar issue. This one connects directly to FII flows. When rupee weakens too much, foreign investors get nervous because their returns in dollar terms get hit. So they pull money out. When the rupee is stable or strengthening, if I feel more comfortable holding Indian equity. So if you are ever feeling wondered why suddenly if I start like selling heavy for no stock news or any reason, many times it's just a currency related thing or not company specific. So as I mentioned, Reliance in the morning, it has went up by 0.18% today with an OI. Underlying price is 1,317. Pretty flat, honestly. And but news-wise, if you take, SEBI just gave a Reliance good warning related to employee share trading lapses. Purely regulatory and nothing operational. But keep it on your radar because these things sometimes trigger short-term noises, even if fundamentally nothing actually changes here. And the second one I mentioned, and I told you clearly that to keep in your wish list, which is Dixon Technologies. It has went up by 0.52%. Underlying value is it's actually solid, 13,368. Decent size stock. Electronic manufacturing theme, always sensitive to any government policy news around PLI schemes. So any policy headlines can move this Dixon Technologies very fast. And yeah, we are talking about the DMAT from the past 1 week. Y has jumped 0.30%. And underlying prices like 4,054. But yeah, there is actually corporate action here. Company actually issued a commercial paper worth 300 crores at 6.60%. 6.60% coupon. And maturing September this year, coming September. Not a big stock move trigger, but good to actually know for anyone tracking the company's balance sheet. So why with the underlying price of 5,359, Indigo, yeah, Indigo is marginally like up by 0.08%. Aviation counter always sensitive to crude prices since fuel cost is a huge chunk of their expenses. With crude stable today, that's actually a bit positive in undertone for this like Indigo stock. So since many of users while we do live, many of the users and when many of the viewers are like completely fresh and they just don't know anything about the market, they just want to learn, they're just completely new beginners, they'll be having some kind of doubts, like some questions like why does the same stock show in both why Guinness list and also stocks to watch, which I mentioned in the morning about this Dixon, and also the trend is also Guinness top Guinness list, also it is in the stocks to watch list. So it's actually a good catch, actually I'll tell you. It's a strongest signal. Okay, so when a stock has a genuine news plus a real fresh money building positions in F&O, that's the best combination, but much more reliable than either signal alone. 10 and 10, and today we are exactly the combo. So just why can't just decide the whole stocks future or movement? So people be asking, people who are just like completely new, they be asking one more question, which is like future Y and option Y, future open interest and options open interest. Like what's the difference between both of them? Okay. So in simple, I just wanted to tell you guys like future OI, it tells you directly buy sell positions on the stocks, future prices. Which options OI, like especially the OI that specifically tracks positions, it tells you where big players expect support and their resistance to form. So for beginners, future OI trend is like actually easier to track daily, and option OI need a bit more practice reading strikes wise data. So also people be asking every time we'll give you stocks to watch, we'll give you stocks to keep in your watch list, and we'll just tell you the movement. We'll also discuss the movement. We'll tell you the movement every day. So people be asking like, should I trade or should I take any positions in the stocks which you mentioned in your life? People be asking. Absolutely, that's not recommended here. This is for information. Yeah, the whatever the list we give, whatever the movement, whatever the position we give is for information, just to watch out, just to watch, just to get to know our accuracy. So this is a list for only information and to build your own watch list. We'll just help you with the help of the data, with the help of the OI data we have, also the news which is triggering that stock and the movement will help you for to create your own watch list, how it creates its pattern. So not a buy or sell tip sheet, always do your own research and risk management and risk assessment. Check your own capital allocation, but never actually put your everything on in single trade or one trade just because it's actually trending, or there is the trending news or trending in the social media or video or in the news. So, one more question in the morning also I have briefed about it. Is it actually safe to enter the positions purely on the Y, based on Y, without actually checking the price chart? I recommend a big no from me. Never ever do this because OI is a one tool, chart pattern is another tool. So both together give you a future fuller picture. Relying on just one data point is how people get trapped. So I'll tell you it's a very big no. Just should check a OI is an important parameter, but don't just depend on OI all the time and singly alone. Just check the checking price also like recommended, especially in F&O. So as I was talking about the global, overnight, US closed record high. Asia is under pressure, which I mentioned in the morning, especially Kospi of Korea. So yesterday's Nifty closed at 24,430. Today it opened in the gap up, and GIF Nifty indication on GIF Nifty indication, and backed by stable crude and record global clues. Watch, I think you should watch for 24,600 resistance and 24,200 support through the whole day, and understand the real market character, not just the opening gap ups here. So Trent, Titan, Cochin Shipyard are today's standout. Genuinely news-backed build-up stories these are. So while actually Radico Kaitan and Hero Motocorp are actually seeing the sharpest unwinding here, crude and rupee remain stable for now, supporting the overall mood. And don't just forget the bigger monsoon story, which actually quietly building in the background for FMCG, and also their rural names over the coming next weeks. So let me know your analysis on the stocks which I mentioned. Like if you have your own analysis on Trent, Titan, or Cochin and Dixon, ABB, which I mentioned in the morning, just let me know your analysis, or if you've taken any trade, or yeah, if you're taking any trade, or if you are doing still doing any analysis here in the Dixon, Titan, or ABB, Cochin Shipyard. Like in these stocks, if you taken any trade, or if you're still analyzing or just finding some spots, just let me know in your analysis. We'll combine together and we'll discuss it further with our tool. You might be seeing our tool. We'll discuss properly about it, and we'll just get to know how our tool is like predicting the market, and analyzing. So let's just discuss about it. Let me know your conclusion, let me know your analysis about the stocks which I mentioned. Just drop those in the comment section. We'll have a brief discussion about it. And yeah, if we have a quick update about the stocks, other than this or this, if we have a quick update, if we or any movement, we'll tell you to watch out. We just keep in your watch list and just watch out for the day, just to know our accuracy. It's not a buy or sell kind of uh, approach. We are just telling you the movement, and to check our accuracy, just watch out the movement we give. And yeah, we'll be back with the good and new updates. Let me know your analysis in the comment section. We'll discuss it further. We'll take it further. And you can ask any questions regarding the software, the framework or the indicators we're using, and the stocks, whatever. If you have a particular stocks questions, like have any questions, or if you are holding any positions and want to know anything about that, just let me know about that particular stocks in the comments. We'll answer. We'll try to answer that, and we'll discuss it, take it further.
So in the morning session, we had given an update on Nifty. So we had given levels to watch out. So we'll now look into commodity update. We'll just switch to gold. So the price of 24 carat gold in India today stands at 14,526 per gram. This reflects a decrease of 136 rupees compared to previous day. Gold prices have been experiencing volatility as strong equity market such as Sensex crossing the 78,000 mark for the first time that have prompted investors to rotate the capital from the safe haven bullion into risk asset. So we'll just look the technicals in gold. So gold is currently in a downtrend. So if we look at a higher time frame, we can see gold is currently trading near a support level. So you can see a strong demand zone here. So wait till the price comes to this demand zone. Look for a bearish structure, for a bearish kind of stick pattern. So if the price didn't come to this zone, you can wait for a proper break below this support level. So in one of a different support, we have support at one lakh 45,297. So when you can have a eye on that level as well. So they have prompted investors to rotate capital from safe haven into risk assets. So the precious metal currently faces resistance at 1,47,500 with support identified at 1,46,300. So silver prices have also trended lower into Tuesday's trade, mirroring the weakness in gold. So at approximately 11:45 a.m., the metal was trading about 1.78% lower at 2,31,900 per kg. So, so the broader sentiment for silver remains range bound with a soft bias, confined within a band of 2,35,500 to 2,38,000. Strengthening dollar index, which hovered just below the 101 mark, has made dollar priced silver more expensive and further weighted on its price. Got a proper buy signal in the chart. So on July 1st, we got a buy signal and we would have captured around 4.75% in gold. So silver. So since the current structure is bearish, look for a sell signal. So once we get a proper sell signal in 15 minutes or 5 minutes, you can also execute that. So we had received a sell signal as we knew that the gold was in downtrend. Gold and silver are correlated assets, so both go together. So if we have got a sell signal on 3rd July, so from there we would have captured around 3.7%. So a strengthening dollar index which hovered just below the 101 mark has made dollar priced silver more expensive and further weighted on its price. So we'll look to the crude oil. We'll look at the crude oil and natural gas chart. So crude oil futures have remained soft. It has anchored by the previous day closing price of 6,527 per barrel. So the contract is currently kept below a key resistance level of 6,620, while support is established at 6,494. Expectations of higher OPEC plus supply have kept international benchmarks under pressure, with Brent crude easing towards $72 per barrel. So international market cues following the US reopening are primary external inputs expected to influence the direction of these futures. So if we look at the current price, so the price is in, we need to look at the structure. So yeah, the price is in downtrend. So currently it has just a minor structure shift to a bullish side, but the major structure shows the price as a bearish. So you need to look for a strong structure break in a 15 minutes chart to confirm that the price is moving in the pro trend. So we saw, if we look at the chart, we could see that there is a trend line here. So this the price has tapped in this trend line. So wait for the price to close below this support level, so that once the price breaks this support, then there is a strong chances of price moving here and seeing a correction and falling. So keep eye on this level as well. So if we look at the natural gas, so gas gave us a signal today, which was given around 11 o'clock, and we would have captured around 2% today. So since we know natural gas is in a strong bullish structure, right? So here itself we have got a proper structure break and price is moving in afternoon. So yeah, you can wait for a proper retracement. You can, so this would be considered as a retracement level, or this demand zone also. So it is showing signs of high volatility with the price recently recorded at 309, where currently the price is trading at 313. The commodity has been trading within a wide range, with the day's intraday low hitting 306 and a high of 314, while international benchmarks have seen a slight rise of 0.79% to 3.27 USD. The domestic MCX price reflects cautious sentiment among traders. So these are the commodity updates based on for gold, silver, crude oil, and natural gas. So hope this information helps you to take better decision before you execute any trade. So this information is for educational purpose only and does not constitute financial investment or trading advice. So commodity markets are highly volatile. Readers should consult a financial advisor before making any trading decision.
So, hi guys. Actually, we'll be discussing the questions which actually usually viewers get and most of the traders get. We'll be discussing those questions. I'll be asking questions to the expertise and he'll answer. So, we'll just discuss about the questions with the proper answers, like the questions usually and most of the viewers get. So, yeah, we'll start with the first question, which is yeah. How are the benchmark indices performing today?
So the markets have extended their gains for fifth consecutive session. Sensex is trading higher by approximately 101 point 100 points at 78,377, while the NSE Nifty 50 has climbed. It has climbed around 27.10 points to 24,459. So we saw a huge uptrend in the morning session, followed by a distribution. So currently it's trading near the open, near its open. So yeah, this is how the benchmark has performed today.
So we got a clear idea about Sensex and also the Nifty, right?
Yeah.
So we'll also talk about the market rally. What are the primary factors that are driving the current market rally?
So the rally is supported by positive global cues, specifically the strong overnight performance of technology stocks on Wall Street. And domestically, the market is benefiting from a reversal in key negative trends. FII have turned net buyers, and crude oil prices have stabilized near pre-war levels, which results in reducing inflationary pressure on the Indian equities. So these are the primary factors that are currently are driving the current market rally.
So also we'll talk about the sectors since we already discussed which and all the sectors are leading. Even I want to ask you like which sectors are leading the market today, as you know.
So the IT sector is currently the standout performer with significant gains in major companies like Infosys, which is up by 3%, 3.94%, and Tech Mahindra, which is up by 3.6%, and HCL Technology, which is again up by 2.87%, followed by TCS. So other sectors like auto and pharma have also seen a positive momentum in early trading. So these are the sectors that are leading the market today.
Acha, since like from the past 1 week we are seeing, past 2 weeks we are seeing IT was actually bleeding and it was underperforming. It was in the highest underperformer list. But glad that IT is actually making some noise now and actually going up and coming in the leading list, right? So are there any notable laggards like or stocks which are under pressure right now?
So we have discussed about the stock in the morning session itself. We had mentioned Trent is currently in a downtrend. So Trent is experiencing significant selling pressure, plunging over 11% today following quarter one business updates and reportedly fell short of market expectations. And other stocks like Coal India and Adani Enterprise have also seen modest declines. So these are the notable stocks which are under.
So yeah, we'll talk about the support and resistance when it comes to Nifty again. So what are the critical support and resistance, like according to you, levels for this Nifty 50?
So for intraday traders, the 24,350 zone serves as a key support. So I'll just show you in the chart. Yeah, if we look at the chart, we can say that 24,350 acts as a strong support for intraday levels. And on the upside, the Nifty is eyeing targets in the 24,500 to 600 range. So a sustained move below 24,350 could drag the index towards 24,200 to 24,250. So this would be the levels for the intraday. So keep eye on these levels. And as you mentioned about the support and resistance level, this would be since the price is trading around 24,560, the immediate resistance would be near 500 and the second would be 550. The immediate support level is 450, which the price has closed above it, and the next support would be at 24,400.
So yeah, we got a clear idea about the support and resistance in levels in Nifty 50. So how is the weekly expiry, which is actually affecting market movement now?
So Nifty 50 weekly options expiry on July 7th. If you look at that, analyst note that expiry flows often introduce increased intraday volatility, particularly near the 24,500 strike zone, which happened today exactly. So it led to a sharper price fluctuations in the final hours of the session. We see a sharp downtrend, downward price movements once it reached around 24,530 level. Yeah.
So again, since Bank Nifty is also doing good, we'll talk about the Bank Nifty. What's the outlook? Outlook for the Bank Nifty? Any ideas?
So Bank Nifty has been trading within a range of approximately 57,700 to 59,000. So while frontline banking stocks like HDFC Bank and ICICI Bank have shown improved bias, the index requires a decisive breakout above 58,500 to trigger a fresh, strong upward move. So we could see fundamental news related to HDFC banks driving the index upward. So if the moment continues, then we can expect the Bank Nifty to break the 58,500 level and create a strong, fresh upward move.
Oh, what about the current market sentiment, like sentiment regarding FI activities? Since we already discussed in the morning, so current sentiment about the FI activity. What's your opinion?
So there has been a significant shift in sentiment after a period of sustained selling. So FIIs have turned net buyers, purchasing equities worth 243.03 crore on Monday. So while this is not yet a massive trend, the fact that they have stopped selling is viewed by analysts as a fundamental positive that is likely to sustain. So this is the current sentiment regarding FII activity. So treat this information as very critical information as market move based on FII and DIA activity. So always have this information, keep this information in your mind.
Also, as we know, yeah. Also, be as we know, there was no market on Friday. US market on Friday, right?
Yeah.
So, what is the US holiday weekend relevant to the today's market? How it's affecting?
Yeah, US markets were closed on July 3rd for the Independence Day holiday, leaving Indian markets to react to delayed global cues on July 6th and 7th. So the reopening of Wall Street provided the market with fresh data on dollar index, treasury yields, and oil prices. So which helped set the tone for today's trading session. So that's the reason the holiday was relevant to today's market as well. There was no noise, so Indian market moved cleanly, showing uh, upward movement for continuous 2 days. Yeah. So let me know your favorite. If you have any questions, put it in the comments. We pick the questions from the viewers, most asked questions from the viewers, and we'll try to answer those.
So, what are the key risk for the current bullish outlook? Currently, the market is bullish outlook. It is in the bullish outlook. So, what are the key risk for this?
So while the sentiment is beyond dips, risk include potential profit booking at a higher levels. So a sudden spike in crude oil prices and a cautious positioning ahead of the upcoming TCS quarter one financial year 27 results scheduled for Thursday, July 9th. So this would be the key risk to look while the market is currently in the bullish. So I hope this information helps you. We have answered all the most asked questions from our viewers. So this information is for educational purpose only, and it does not constitute financial or investment advice. So please consult a financial advisor before making any investment decision. So let me put your favorite questions in the comments. ಹಿಂಗೆ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಲ್ವಾ ಹೆಂಗಾಯ್ತು ಫೀಲ್ ಮಾಡೋರು ನಮ್ಮ ತೇಜಿ ವಚ್ಚಂದು ತೇಜಿ ವಚ್ಚಾದು ಮತ್ತೇನೆ ಕನ್ನಡಗೆದ್ದೇನೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಿರಿಕಿರಿ Yeah. So I'll ask you a few questions. Let me test your stock market knowledge. So why is market breadth a better indicator of health? So yeah, why is market breadth a better indicator of health than just the index value?
So yeah, let me just tell you, index value can be just misleading because they are often weighted towards a few large cap companies. Meaning the index can rise even if the majority of stocks are like falling. So market breadth, by comparing the number of advancing stocks to declining ones, reveals whether a move is backed by broad conviction or just it's just a mirage created by a handful or heavyweights. So if an index hits a new high but market breadth is shrinking, it indicates that internal participation is falling, which often precedes a trend reversal. So by calculating the advanced decline ratio or observing the AD line, you can just determine if the average stock is the market is actually performing well. So relying slowly on index number leaves you blind to this underlying divergence. So where breadth analysis is conforms to true quality of a trend. And also immediate traders use bread to gauge if the engine of the market is strong enough to sustain further gains. Without this broader context, you might be buying into rally that this is effectively running out of the gas.
Yeah. So how does volume analysis confirm if a price trend is real?
That's actually a good question. You're asking about the value. Asking about the volume analysis. Most people should be aware about this. Volume validates price movements by showing the actual buying or selling conviction behind its move. So, price increases on rising volume signals strong institutional support, making the trend more likely to continue. So, conversely, price gains on low volume often indicates a fake out, lacking the strength for sustainability. So high volume during declines wants that sellers are aggressively in control of the momentum. Yeah.
So, okay, that was a good answer. Why are support and resistance viewed as zones rather than lines?
Perfect question. This is support and resistance are psychological areas where like supply and demand dynamic shift, right? So you guys aware about it very clearly rather than the exact line. So single price points, yeah, zone account for natural market volatility and variance in how different participants in, view their value. So treating this as a bands prevents premature panic. If the price briefly fluctuates inside a support area, repeated testing of this zone strengthens their reliability as barriers for their future price movement. So, utilizing zones allows for more realistic entry and exit planning compared to the gambling on specific number. Hope you are clear about these two zones.
Yeah, that was a good answer. So, how can the risk to reward ratio justify a trade?
So, we call it RRR, and it calculates potential profit against the capital risk. So ensuring a trade is statistically valuable more execution. So favorable ratio such as like 1:3 allows a trader to remain profitable, like even with a win rate below is like 50%. Establishing a minimum RRR prevents the waste of capital on low probability. It doesn't actually justify the risk. This metric is a primary tool for emotional management by providing a predefined objective for every entry.
Okay, so can you tell me the difference between SMA and EMA?
So yeah, SMA is something like it's smooth and long-term average that actually ignores the daily noise, while EMI is a faster and reacts quickly to the latest news. So I usually use SMA to see where the overall ship is heading, and EMI if I want to catch a quick short-term movie. And it really just comes down to whether you are playing the long term or trading intraday. It depends. Like if you are just going there to play the long term, or if you are just going there for the intraday, it depends which you are choosing.
So it's clear for intraday traders and long-term traders, I guess, when to use SMA and EMA. So moving on to next question. Can you tell me how to use an MACD for momentum?
Yeah, it's like a speedometer for the market. So telling you if the trend is actually picking up steam or running out of gas. Actually, this makes sense. When the lines cross, it often heads up to the mood is changing and move is about to start. So it's great confirmation tool to make sure like you aren't fighting the trend.
Okay, we all know what is technical analysis. We have just plotted many support and resistance in chart. We just look like where does the price will go within 1 hour time frame. So, can you tell me how fundamental analysis work?
So as we know, in the technical analysis, chart might show you when to buy, but fundamentals like tell you if the company is worth actually owning. So you don't want to get stuck in a technically perfect trade for a company that's secretly falling apart, right? So always speak at the business basics, so you know your money is in a solid place, right? Before actually going there or taking any company stock.
Okay, so people always, when they take a trade, they hate keeping a stop loss. So, can you tell me why stop loss is very important?
Yeah, it's very important. Stop loss orders. So stop loss is just your eject button that saves you from yourself when the trade goes sideways. It's not about losing money actually. It's about making sure that one bad trade doesn't actually ruin your whole entire account. So professional traders use them because they know hope isn't just a strategy here.
Yeah. So, okay. Can you tell me the difference between a intraday and delivery trade?
Yeah, intraday is like a quick spirit when you finish everything before the closing bell to avoid overnight surprises, right? So you just finish it up, wrap it up in a single day, and you just avoid the overnight newses, overnight surprises. It actually improve the next day gap up, gap downs. So delivery is more like a slow, steady hike where you hold into stock for more long to grow your wealth. Just pick up one that fits how much time you and your also patience. That's what I think you got a idea.
Okay. So, what does liquidity actually mean for trades?
So liquidity, most people just confuse here. Liquidity is just how easy it is to buy or sell a stock without the price jumping around on you. So if a just stock is highly liquid, there are a ton of buyers and sellers. So your order gets filled instantly at the fair place. So if it's thin or low liquidity, you might find yourself stuck or forced to take bad prices just to get off the trade.
Okay. So, we just mentioned about FIA and EAS a few minutes before. So, why do traders pay so much attention to institutional investors?
Perfect and necessary information viewers actually should get to know, because people be avoiding a lot of FI and DI news and their investors and whatever the movement they do, they be just not giving that much attention to them. It's actually very important and pay a lot of like contribution there in this market. Institutional investors are like a bank, and also mutual funds are the big whales moving in the market because they trade massive amount of money. When they start buying or selling, it creates a momentum that the rest of the market actually usually follows. So watching what they do helps you understand it, if a trend has a real staying power or if just a temporary spike.
Okay. This was another most asked question by a viewer. So, he had asked, how does the dollar index affect Indian stocks?
Yeah, perfect. When the actually dollar index dollar gets stronger, it usually makes it harder for foreign investors to keep their money in merging markets like India. So they tend to pull it out, which it's our stock prices. So it's a constant tug of war. It's always like it's a constant tug of war, and it's Since so much of the global economy like runs on dollars, it's one of the first things professional check in the morning. So if you are the only trader trading in domestic stocks, the strength of the dollar sets the weather for the whole market.
So yeah, we have covered uh, many questions today. So if you have any questions to ask, just drop your question in the comments. We'll try to answer your questions as well. So these were the most asked questions of yesterday. So let me know if you have any questions. Put it in the comments. We'll also try to answer those questions as well. So yeah, we are moving into the end of the session. So we'll just uh, keep the eye on the index. Let us see where it closes, so that we'll have a idea of where it opens tomorrow. So we our key level to watch would be that's 24,450. Let's see the price closes above 24,450 or below this level 24,400. So if price tries to sustain above 24,400, or even you can it will be a gap, like it will be a continuation of uptrend tomorrow. Or if the price manages to stay above this level, so we need to wait till the market closes. So yeah, until then, let me know if you have any questions. Just drop in the comments. So Tata Steel, they have asked Tata Steel, is it possible to break 24,400? Asking about Nifty or Tata Steel? So Tata Steel is in downtrend right now. So it has given a minor change of structure here towards the bullish side. So to confirm the bullish structure, we need to break above 193. So until then, we have to look for bearish itself. So there is a high probability of market continuing on the downside. So if the entire trend has to shift, then the price has to close above 193. So until and unless we the long position would become, we will treat it as a low probability. And they have asked 24,400 break. I hope it's about Nifty. So yeah, we need to wait and see whether the 24,400 break. If the price holds about 24,400, then there is high possibility of price moving upwards. So we have a strong demand area here. So the price has retested it. So I don't think market would close below 24,400. The price will continue to stay above 24,400. As FII buying have also FIIs also have started to buy. So there's high probability of market staying above 4,000 or 24,400 as well. Yeah. So hope the questions for the answers for the questions are clear. Let me know if you have any doubt regarding it.
So, yeah, guys, it's almost time. As we mentioned some stocks in the morning, I hope you guys got a clear idea. And also, I think you guys observed the movement which we mentioned in the morning. And let me know your own doubts. And also, as I mentioned the link in the description. And also, one more time, I'm mentioning here. So you can contact us anytime. Our team will contact you guys back. And yeah, again, I already explained the about the tool. So if you guys have want to know more about the tool I'm using and the indicators which we implemented here, as I told you, if you want to know more about those tool and indicators, just ping us and contact us through the link. And if you want to get to know more about us, you can check out our Instagram page and also the website which I mentioned in the description. Yeah, you can follow the Instagram ID which is here. You can it's displaying on the screen right now. You can check that page, and also you can contact us through the link which I mentioned in the chat box. Also, you can check out our website which I mentioned in the description. So we'll be back tomorrow with the good updates, new updates, and just for the people who are just holding positions for tomorrow, or just holding and investing for long term, just look at the overnight newses. And if you are just holding position for short term, maybe tomorrow, day after tomorrow, just check out the new updates, new news triggers which impacts that particular stock. Just check out the new news which comes overnight, global news. And also, yeah, you can contact us anytime. And we'll be back tomorrow. Hope you guys had a good day and have a great day. Tomorrow we'll be coming live at 9:15. Please join, and for more updates, you can check out our page and subscribe to our channel for the quick updates. We'll get to know when exactly we come live, so you can subscribe and click the bell icon for quick updates. Thank you so much for joining. We'll be back with new updates tomorrow. Thank you. Have a good day.